Hello, beautiful spiritual beings. It's B from Being Blissfully Zen. Welcome to my channel, and may you open up to your full spiritual potential now. Let me ask you something. What if aging wasn't just about time? What if the way you feel internally, the level of peace you carry, is actually influencing how your body ages on a cellular level? What if your calm is medicine? Today, we're exploring something deeply powerful: the connection between inner peace and your biological age. We're going to gently bridge science and spirituality and begin to understand how your quietest moments may actually be restoring you from the inside out. Most of us grow up thinking aging is fixed. We're born, time passes, and our body follows. But science is beginning to show something different. The more time your body spends in stress, the less time it has to repair. There's a difference between chronological age, how many years you've lived, and biological age, how your body is actually functioning. And these two are not always the same. Two people can be the same age but have completely different levels of cellular health. Why? Because your internal state, especially stress, plays a major role. This is where our conversation begins. Not just with time, but how we live within ourselves. When your body perceives stress, it activates a survival response. This is where cortisol, the stress hormone, comes in. Now, this response is helpful in short bursts, but many of us are living in chronic stress, constant thinking, emotional pressure, overstimulation. And the body doesn't know the difference between a real physical threat and a stressful thought you keep replaying. So it stays in survival mode. Over time, this could disrupt your sleep, affect your digestion, and accelerate cellular aging, to name a few. Now, here's where things become really beautiful. When you begin to experience inner peace, your body shifts out of survival and into what we call a restorative state. This is where healing happens. Cells repair. Systems regulate. Your breath slows. Your heart rate softens. Your body feels safe again. And in that safety, your biology begins to change. So peace is not passive. It is active healing. Let's gently bring in a bit of science here. Inside your body, your DNA has protective caps called telomeres. You can think of them like the tips of shoelaces. They protect your genetic material. Over time, as cells divide, those telomeres naturally shorten, and shorter telomeres are associated with aging. Research led by Elizabeth Blackburn has found that chronic stress can shorten telomeres, while more peaceful, regulated emotional states may help protect them and support healthier aging. But here's the powerful part. Research has shown that chronic stress can accelerate this shortening, while states like calmness, emotional balance, and self-compassion can help protect them, even support their maintenance. So the way you feel internally is influencing your body at the deepest level. This idea isn't entirely new. Spiritual teachers have been pointing to this connection for a long time. Eckhart Tolle speaks deeply about the power of presence, teaching that when we step out of constant thinking and come into the present moment, we release the psychological stress created by the mind. And in that presence, the body can begin to relax. Because so much of our attention comes from living in the past or anticipating the future. Joe Dispenza approaches this from a more scientific lens. He teaches that when we remain in stress, we keep the body locked in familiar chemical patterns. But when we shift into elevated states like peace, gratitude, and calm, we begin to change the body's internal chemistry. And over time, the body starts responding to these new signals. In a way, both perspectives are pointing to the same truth, that when we step out of stress and into presence, we are not just changing how we feel, we are changing how our body functions, moving from stress into elevated emotions like peace and gratitude. And even ancient practices like meditation have always pointed to this truth. That stillness is deeply restorative. So now science is beginning to validate what spirituality has always known. We often underestimate the power of stillness. We think healing has to be dramatic or intense. But what if it's the opposite? What if your quiet moments, like sitting in silence, taking a breath, or letting yourself soften, are actually signals to your body that you are safe now? And in that safety, your body begins to repair. Your systems begin to regulate. Your cells begin to restore. This is what I like to call your cellular glow. Not something external, but something that emerges when your system is at peace. So today, we've opened the door. We've explored how inner peace is not just emotional, it's biological, it's cellular, it's deeply transformative. And the most beautiful part, this is something you can practice. In the next video, part 2, I'm going to share gentle, powerful techniques that help you move out of stress and into this healing state so you can begin supporting your body in a very real and tangible way. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and consider subscribing to my channel, Being Blissfully Zen, for more spiritual awakening tips. Have you ever noticed your body feeling different when you're truly at peace? Thank you for being here and for choosing presence, one moment at a time. So until next time, beautiful spiritual beings, be blissful, be Zen, and I'll see you soon.